Welcome to One Man's Tracks, the secondhand music channel. For the last video on this channel for a little while here, I'm moving once again, going on a little trip in the meanwhile, and when I come back, kind of who knows where I'm gonna be and when I'll have a chance to get my collection all sorted in a nice room once again. So I figured it's a good opportunity to run through it all, do a collection update before I finish packing them up. I've got it all laid out around me here, and I guess I'm just gonna get right into it. There's no sense dilly-dallying. You don't care what I got to say other than let's see the goods. So, bam. Here we go. That's what I'm looking at. We're gonna just get started. After you see these guys here, that's all the reviews I've done thus far, and these are all the albums from those artists and kind of the associated solo works that I've managed to accumulate thus far in the battle, in the journey to get a bunch of great stuff that I know I already like because I like that, so I like this. There's a big old playlist of all my reviews right there. But man, we got the hip hop rap collection, almost alphabetical, which is pretty impressive. Love this stuff. There's never enough of this, at least in my neck of the woods. So whenever I come across even a remotely juicy hip hop record or rap album or even something goofy, I tend to pick it up. In the box is a little spoiler for what we're gonna probably be getting into the next time around. When I come back, I want to do a whole James Maynard Keenan thingy-majig, kind of like I did with the Mars Volta recently. There's that review of one fabulous Mars Volta album up there if you want to check it out. I got the best to worst, worst to best rankings in the description there. Next up, spoiler alert ahead, these are albums and artists that I am very interested in pursuing a little bit further and might be just reviewing sometime in the future here when I get back to it. So if any of these albums or artists really jump out at you or pique your interest, let me know, and I might even prioritize those for you. There's some heavy stuff, some alternative stuff. It's all over the map. There's some upside down stuff even. What do you know? Whew, a couple more even over here. These are some more. Just a quick little rundown. And then the rest of this rack is just kind of 2000s era albums that I think are okay. They're pretty good. They have some interesting stuff, maybe some nostalgic stuff, maybe just stuff I might be curious in checking out their albums from the artists. La da da da. All that and that. Happy days. We're moving on to the 90s. This is all unalphabetized. It's only by time because I ain't got time. But I know what decade this is from, so they kind of stick together that way. Whoop. Spin, spin. Oh. There we go. Keeping it 90s, keeping it alternative. You know, we rocking some heavier stuff, some lighter stuff, heavier stuff, goofier stuff, curious stuff. Ooh, that's some good stuff at the bottom there. Ooh, yeah. Got some metric over here. We got some, I don't know, I guess more modern, kind of, what do we call this? Is this indie stuff? I would say it's pretty close to mainstream stuff. We got some potential guys that are for that segment I wanted to do called One Track Man. There's some good little songs all over those albums I just looked at, and really a lot of these albums over there that I want to just do quick little like, ooh, check this one out. I think it's a banger, but man, I just can't get my thoughts all wrapped around it, and I just love diving into new artists, so I got all caught up in that new stuff. So we're carrying on. We got some R&B. Let's get me in the way there. I thought Natural Light would be good, but it's just a glare fest. And then some electronic stuff just sneaking into the top there. Twist again. Oh, throwing back to more classic stuff. We're in the 80s now. Here's some of the 80s stuff I've picked up along the way. I enjoy a lot of these albums, at least to the point that I'm willing to hold on to them for the time being. And we're getting into the final classics over here. We're almost done. Real classics here. Man, these artists and these albums are so good and just worth having in case you want to whip them out sometime. Man, oh man. Really, if you don't recognize any of these artists, I say have a go. I don't know what albums you'd recommend, but my oh my, I think a lot of these artists are just, even if they're not your cup of tea, might be worth having in case someone's really into it and wants to come hang out and you want to jam. Ooh, I love having the ability to not have to go through a screen and just grab it and throw it at someone and say, how about that? And final side of the collection. Whew. We got compilations, soundtracks. Ooh, I love my movies. If we going to get into movie reviews on this channel, no, it'd be a different channel altogether. But love me some movies. I did review a film soundtrack. Check out that Tangerine Dream review I did. A little comedy. Love me some comedy too. And finally, going up, this is all pretty alphabetical here. I'm impressed with myself. Look at that. Finally a good look at really almost the entirety of the thing now. I say it's probably some booklets there, a bunch of garbage. And the final, oh man. It's a lot of CDs. This already took way longer than I wanted it to. I think there's almost 1,000 here, and I haven't even got to the ones that are kind of favorites, nostalgic little tidbits, little records that mean something to me, really throw back to a time in my life, or just artists that I connected with back in my teenage years that I just, I feel so nice when I put them on, regardless of kind of the quality of the music at this point, and I still think a lot of it's good either way. So finally, getting into this. What you've been looking at, but probably not able to see this entire time. This will be, I don't know, I guess it's the pop records that I like, as much as that doesn't really do a lot of these artists and albums justice. But yeah, this is the more popular side of my kind of close to my heart favorites. And then over here is kind of more alty grungy, heavier stuff that I absolutely am thrilled by. And all of this stuff right up on this wall here is artists, and some of them are albums that I will eventually dive into once I feel like I know what the hell I'm talking about, and I'm feeling closer and closer to that point. And so you might even expect some reviews from that for the children. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm gonna wrap these all up, send myself packing, and I hope I'll be back sooner than later to provide some more throwback record retrospective review recommendations, whatever I'm doing. Check any of those out that I've already done in the comments. Check them out over here and here. Subscribe to know when I'm back, and like the video if you like secondhand CDs. Take all the best care, guys. I'll see you when I see you.